our team recognizes that Mississippi State's a very capable football team. We're looking forward to playing them. We're fortunate that it's a very quality opponent beyond the Alabama game because our team needs to play a team that has ability, and looking forward to a great competitive evening in Tiger Stadium. And I'll take questions.
Coach, your first will come from Randy Rosetta, the New Orleans Times-Picayune.
Hey, Les.
Hey, Randy.
Had a couple completely different ones here. First, with Russell Shepard, how important is it for you guys that an older guy like that who maybe isn't as involved as he once was is stuck around and become a good leader for you?
Well, we expect to get him more involved. And I just want you to know it's special teams. There's a number of snaps that Russell Shepard can play for us, and what we have enjoyed in him is he's a tremendously willing participant to do anything that we ask him to do, and in fact he is a very, very good leader for us. So no, he's important. He's important in every game plan.
And then second thing, thinking specifically of these last 2 years, what has Mississippi State done to kind of close the gap competitive-wise with you guys to make these games such knockdown dragouts?
Well, they're just a talented team. They have great concepts, offense, defense, and special teams. And Dan Mullen's done a great job there. So it's just a great opportunity at competition. We look forward to playing them.
Next is David Pascalich, Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Coach. Since you guys have played Texas A&M and Alabama recently, as a former offensive lineman, just wanted to get your take on Texas A&M's tackle tandem. Jokel and Matthews, and of course Alabama, Fluker and Quangio. Having faced them recently, just wondered what you thought about those two sets of tackles.
Both very quality groups. Those two young guys at A&M. Heck, I think they were playing tackle there when we played them in the Cotton Bowl. And they've just matured very nicely. And the offensive tackles at Alabama, again, big, mobile, strong guys. And, the two very, very capable offensive lines.
When you guys face both of them, obviously with Mingo and Montgomery, those are just some incredible matchups from a talent standpoint. When you went back and look at those films, against A&M and Bama, how did those matchups kind of play out?
Well, it was obviously very competitive, and if you put yourself in a position where you're not ready to take on a very powerful block, they're going to move you, and they're going to move you a distance. And so it's again, it was good versus good, and it was a very competitive go.
Thank you.
Next is Scott Rabelais, the Baton Rouge Advocate.
Les, obviously we've seen a lot more of Jeremy Hill in the last few games, but a lot less of Kenny Hilliard. Is there any particular reason for that? They seem to be similar backs. So I was wondering, is Jeremy taking up some of the carries that Kenny might have gotten before?
Well, I think that Hills is certainly coming. He's developing as well. Kenny Hilliard is a very quality running back, a very capable guy, and has had some reasons for his slowed improvement. But I don't think that there's any issues at this point, and I think that you can look forward to seeing him taking some snaps and some more carries as we go forward.
Next is Edward Ashaw with ESPN.com.
Coach, you've faced this Texas A&M offense before. Just what were some of the keys that you saw to maybe slowing down such an up-tempo offense like that?
Well, you had better have speed in your defense, and you had best be able to react to a spread offense and have ability to deploy, and then have the ability to tackle at quarterback. If that quarterback's ad lib can get them first downs that they can't draw on the board. In other words, they can't get open, or the route tree doesn't affect it. And suddenly now there's coverage, and that guy just Johnny just pulls that ball down and gets lost, and it shows up about the place that the chains are, and then it's a first down, and they extend drives that you had defended pretty well. So I think there's a challenge there that every defense has to meet.
Next is Brandon Marcello of the Jackson Clarion Ledger.
Hey, Les, how do you think quarterback Tyler Russell's kind of changed the way Mississippi State does things on offense from what you've seen over the last few years?
Well, I think he's a very capable passer, a guy that really has a nice scheme for them. They get the ball to more veteran, more established wide receiver group. Chad Bumpus is, again, a very talented guy, and I think that what they're doing is using their talent very effectively.
Next is Chip Howard of KZNE Radio.
Les, what's been the biggest challenge for you this week in getting your team over a difficult loss and getting them pointed forward towards Saturday?
Well, I think our football team is first and foremost a very capable club, and I think that they want victory, and I think that it's something that beyond a game where you played extremely hard, give everything you had, that you carry that with you, and in the extent that you didn't get victory, there's an absence, and I think our football team recognizes that they're very capable, very have the potential to be a very good football team, and have a need. They have a need to win, and it's a weekly need, and it's one that they'll play to Saturday night. I can tell you that our practices have been good, and they continue to improve, and that's what we require from them. And if they continue to do that, we'll finish this season strong.
Coach, we'll finish you up with Jock Doucette of WAFB.
Morning, Coach.
Hey, Jock.
How you doing?
Good.
A little bit off the beaten path, Coach. 10 years ago marks the 10-year anniversary of the Bluegrass Miracle, in which Marcus Randall threw the Hail Mary pass to Devery Henderson to beat Kentucky and Lexington. I know you were at Oklahoma State. Looks like you were coaching a game at Texas Tech that day. I'm just curious, did you ever see the play? What was your reaction when you saw the play, and just your thoughts on that miraculous finish there?
Well, I have seen that play. It's certainly one of the plays that have a very historical spot in LSU history, and it was spectacular, and it was something that we look to and see as something that can happen with us, and that I think it's one of those plays that you recognize it's never over until it's over, and that those things can happen, and it's very positive for us.